In the last few hours, anti-terror police have raided properties in East London and made several arrests. There have been unconfirmed reports of gunfire.
Well, they're live in Dagenham. We also have correspondents at London Bridge, Scotland Yard, Downing Street, King's College London and in Manchester. But first, let's talk to our correspondent, Jonathan Swain, who is live at the scene in Dagenham where these further raids have been happening. Jonathan, it looks calm now, but lots of activity.
Well, Piers, yes, there's very much an ongoing police investigation here this morning. We have armed officers just behind the van there. Apparently some suspects were detained this morning and they're currently sort of being held in a car behind those vans. They're there to protect their identity from the cameras that are now beginning to arrive here. But at 4 a.m. this morning, this is the A13, let me tell you, that runs into London out towards Essex. And unmarked police van turned up, specialist fire officers got out of the van. Then they went into two properties. Let me just show you. In the distance there, behind this, here is a pub. We have a tyre place here, and then beyond that there are two, look like fairly disused houses that are boarded up. That is where the police went and raided at around 4 o'clock this morning. Now, there were gunshots heard, neighbours say, although the police are sort of telling me this morning not necessarily gunshots that were fired, perhaps just the flashbangs as they entered the property that they used to disorient people. And then we're told several arrests were made as well, obviously in connection with the horrific attack in London at the weekend. They are currently being detained here. There is no activity happening in those two disused houses at the moment. I imagine that the police resources are pretty thinly stretched this morning, so they're waiting for a search team to come along and carry out a thorough forensic search of those properties. But we've been told not to film any of the armed officers that are still here present, because this is still very much an ongoing police investigation.